You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade Ayegbusi, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals, we're building wealth, you're not alone, so don't delay, get your money straight.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant. Guys, I'm excited to be here with you another Tuesday. It's been a beautiful Tuesday at that, right? Look. I was driving with the sundown. Look, drive with the sundown. What is it? Sun rooftop. Living on the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh. No. Look, guys, good afternoon. I'm your host, Folasade. Welcome to the Money Zone. I'm excited to be here today on this amazing Tuesday. Like, I don't know about you guys, but September seemed like it is flying to me. What's today? Like the 17th? I looked up and it was just like, okay, the 15th is here. Tax payments are due. Come on now. Am I the only one that's feeling like time has just flew past me this month? Okay, so we got a lot to talk about today. The news been popping, black economics been popping, fraud been popping. Like, it is just so much going on that I really don't even know how to even start today's show off. So if you guys are watching us online on Facebook, on Periscope, or any live streams, or on the network site, please share the video with your girlfriends. And definitely don't forget to put your comments down as well, because I can see your comments. And then don't forget to follow me on all things social media, Folasade the accountant. And then go to iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio and give me 5-star ratings. Let's go ahead and get them ratings up. I never really asked you guys now, but it's time for us to go ahead and get them 5-star ratings up. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break. But guess what? When we come back, we're talking about black economics and black entrepreneurship and my recap of CBC. We're talking about the Revolt Summit. We're talking about payroll fraud and payroll. Like, we got so much to talk about. So, guys, we're going to be right back. Okay, so Welcome back, guys. Look, welcome back, guys. Sorry for the long kind of intro break. We had to kind of get things in order behind the scenes. So we're first going to talk about Black entrepreneurship and Black economics, and basically my recap of CBC over the weekend. Right? Time is flying. Yep. Was it this weekend? Yeah. So over the weekend, I attended a few events at the Congressional Black Caucus. That was this weekend. Yeah. And it was absolutely amazing, but it was, okay. So Tamika said something on the Revolt Summit that was kind of in tune to what I was thinking about when I was at the CBC. And then I'm going to tie everything all together. Was that even me, I walked in, having my background, and I think I was suited and booted. It did kind of feel very stiff and very stuck up and bourgeois, and like if you're not making six figures or driving a Benz, like you're not welcome type of event or environment. Let me say environment, not necessarily event, environment. So what I found was if we are trying to tackle policy, if we're trying to tackle massive issues that we face as a whole, then we shouldn't be feeling like, y'all you can't sit at my table type of thing, right? Everybody should feel welcome. And honestly, at CBC, everybody did not feel welcome. Well, the people that were there, like the sororities and the fraternities, they felt comfortable. This is their element. But if you weren't part of the bunch, if you were like an outsider like me or somebody else or whatever, or if you didn't know anybody, you probably would feel like, oh, this is not my type of scene. So where am I going into that? They are saying basically at CBC and everywhere that I've recently attended where they discuss policy or laws or anything, that, Black entrepreneurship is the gateway to Black economic growth, right? Black stability, financial stability. So me being bold, and I normally always record my questions when I go to places, but that place didn't have nowhere where I could sit my phone at and ask the questions so you guys can actually hear the live answer. So I basically asked the lawmakers and some business people and some lobbyists, a variety of people on the panel, right? So I asked them, I was like, hey, so I hear everybody talking about Black entrepreneurship is the gateway to Black economics, Black financial stability, blase, blase, blase. How are we going to further that agenda to build Black entrepreneurship when I'm having a hard time getting these small businesses just to do their bookkeeping and know their numbers? And so you guys are telling me that for my clients to become successful, they have to go submit 8A government contracts, they have to go and get their certifications, and they have to do all of the basic level stuff of operating and starting a business, right? So I asked them, and it was like, and then I said, okay, well, since you guys are saying that they should go and do certifications and, get that type of accreditation, right? Then, okay, they'll be fine. That is the gateway to Black entrepreneurship when I can't even get them to do their bookkeeping and stuff. So they gave me the runaround. So what I'm finding is that every policymaker that I've talked with, there is no real agenda or no real actionable steps as to how to really build a Black economy. Or even if we're not trying to go in that deep, because that is very, very, very deep, how to build a Black economy. But if we're going to go in a sense of saying, okay, well, we need more Black entrepreneurs, more Black owners. What are we going to do to help them? So their solution for you guys was to go and try to get government funding, was to try to go and apply for certifications and stuff like that. And I don't think that that is the solution, because not everybody can afford to pay someone to do their certifications. Not everyone can pay to have someone submit proposals for them and learn how to do the process and, and everything else. So honestly, I just felt like that was an easy cop out. And a lot of you that's watching the show right now, give me a call, 301-232-5700. You guys need to understand that your policymakers have no way of really up no way of really moving forward your community and your small businesses. They're not small business owners themselves, so they really don't know what the troubles that you're facing. And if they were small businesses like yourself, they wouldn't understand you either, because they're getting access to capital. They are getting access to government contracts because of who they are. But what about the everyday business person? So they're coming up with all of this mess talking about black entrepreneurship is the gateway to black economics and all this. But how are we getting in contact with these small businesses? How could I, Folasade, the accountability accountant, help entrepreneurs get their finances in order when nobody stresses the importance of numbers? No entrepreneur, no black founder, no black business people stress the importance of numbers besides me. Like, if it's not me out here telling small businesses, you need to know your numbers, you need to know this, all I'm hearing is this personal finance bullshit. Excuse my language. That's why the show said it's explicit. Okay? It is nonsense. So right now, as we sit here, there's no solution to build a stable financial system for blacks. There is no structure in place. So everybody's talking about, oh, if you just do a budget. Okay, if they do a budget, then all right. They do a budget. So what's next? They don't make enough money. Okay, so now they got to go do the side hustle. Okay, so now do they even have enough time to really do the side hustle? Okay, so if they do the side hustle, find a little bit of time, would it even make enough money to show that it's worth it? Like, there are so many contributing factors into this black economics thing, but I want you guys to even understand this. So if you go to the IRS.gov document where it says returns for small businesses, there is a $1.1 trillion loss that small businesses are incurring, and the IRS and tax system is being hit hard. So for every one of you that says that, okay, Folasade, I'm going to start my business, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you don't do it, guess what? You're not only hurting your community, you're hurting the tax system as well. So if you go ahead on and zoom, and right on at the bottom, it says it right on at the bottom right-hand side, it explicitly says and shows that it's $1.1 trillion that is in losses from all of the small businesses from the 2017 tax year. So that means out of the 42.3 small businesses that's here, majority of them are incurring losses. So if your business is incurring a loss, how are you going to beef up the black economy? How are you going to hire any businesses? How are you going to hire any employees or hire any contractors or other businesses to help you on jobs? How is that even possible? It's not possible. So right now, as a black person in America, there is no real agenda for us to be successful, straight up. Everybody talking about all sorts of things, but there are so many variations into how the type of help that we need. We not only need financial stability, because that's one of them, but right now, even if we were to get the money, right, are we financially literate to maintain it? That's another thing. I'm going to say that again. If we were to get reparations, right, and they go ahead on and pay us, we're not financially literate enough to maintain it or to invest it properly. So guess what's going to happen? They're going to give us that $1 trillion, and it's going to come right into the black community, and it's going to go right back out. What they say, 60 seconds? That's the bad part about it, and it's sorry to even say this. Like, the government is really wasting their time. Pay us our money. You're going to get it right back. And I'm saying that in a I'm not happy saying this. I'm saying this in a very jokingly manner, but I really mean it. Pay us the money, and you're going to get the money back in like a month. Like the whole $1 trillion. You're going to get it back in a month, because they say that the black money stays in our community for what, 16 or 60 seconds? I think it's like 60 seconds or so. So if the money stays in our community for only 60 seconds, go ahead and give us that $1 trillion, right? It's going to be out of here in 1 month. The economy is going to be moving. You're going to have a few of us that do very well with the coins and make some investments, invest back into our team and our companies and, and level up, right? But then the majority of us are going to go do everything stupid that we've ever dreamed of, watching Real Housewives of Atlanta and watching Love and Hip Hop VIP. I said VIP, Love and Hip Hop. VH1 Love and Hip Hop and all of our amazing shows, thinking that we live in a rich and famous life. Not even understanding that's our one time to make it happen. So right now, the small businesses are losing. So my question to you is, how is Black entrepreneurship going to be the gateway for Black economics if the Black business owner don't do their accounting? It's not possible. Accounting is 100% tied to economics, okay? If you don't understand this, they use accounting to figure out the economics, and the accountants and the economists are the ones that create the laws and are the liaisons between everybody else. Somebody is saying that my video is repeating the same words over and over again. Where? And they just messaged me on Facebook. So do you understand that if you do not do the accounting of your small business, then you will not contribute to Black economics. You won't be able to build a Black economy. And now, you know what? I really wanted to break down, first off, what the economy consists of, because a lot of you don't even understand. But I cannot use this full show to be able to do that. I may have to do maybe part 1 economics, part 2 economics, or something like that, so you guys can understand that your small business matters. Your small business is part of the GDP. Your small business, the revenue that you garner, they include that mess when they trying to accumulate more and more debt on us, okay? See, they need you to have a profitable business so they can continue to keep building off us and making money off us. Like, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Okay? So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break, and then I'll be right back. Oh, sorry, Brian. Hey guys, welcome back to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the Accountability Accountant. Guys, welcome back. So if you did not know, we are accepting sponsorships. So I will have a link on next episode for you guys that's interested in making your company go global and getting promotion on the radio show and all of the promo that we do here. Basically sponsor some shows and maybe sponsor the show for like several months or maybe several years, and start to build your fan base in your business as well. So look out for our sponsorship information on our upcoming show. So guys, I just wanted to kind of go over what is the U.S. economy, because many of you don't really understand what it is, but I cannot give you an economics course, okay, because that's not part of it. But I did want to give you guys an idea as to why people are saying, most of the greats are saying that black individuals, African Americans, need to build their own ecosystem. And so they're saying that simply because, first off, if you go to balance sheet, okay, if they have so basically the economy is, how would I say, assessed based off our GDP. So our gross domestic product is basically what we produce for other markets to be able to either buy, to import and export out of this country. So one problem that we're having right now is that, and so this is where things are going to get tricky, and this is why I'm excited to possibly pursue my economics PhD in a couple of years, is because the U.S. is completely shifting to a service-based business, to a service-based country. So what will happen if our economy is only assessed based off the production that we produce? So now they have to start shifting into labor. So I'm really curious to see how this whole GDP assessment calculation is going to be shifted when they realize that the U.S. economy don't even fit their own bill to be able to calculate it. I'm really curious. The next thing the economy is factored on is supply and demand. So basically they're saying, okay, based off the natural resources that we as the United States produce, what is the supply and the demand for it? So first things first, the supply is not that much, okay? That's why we're fighting everybody else for oil and, demanding tariffs and doing all of that stuff, is because guess what? The supply is not that much, but our demand is very high. So this is why we import so many goods. It's because we have a very low supply, but a very high demand. So in the end, the U.S. economy is also suffering. So this is what's like, honestly, guys, this economy is really starting to seem very rigged to me, because how could we be the main dominating force, the biggest country ever, have the highest debt, but then, to be honest with you, we don't even dominate in terms of supply and demand, in terms of our GDP? Like, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so the next thing, inflation and deflation. So you know how we had that annual cost of living increase, right? You heard about it. If you heard about the cost of living increase, give me a call, 301-232-5700. So inflation occurs when the demand is greater than supply, okay? So that means if the demand is greater than supply, that means you got all of these people needing eggs, right? But there's no egg producers. There are no egg sellers. There are no farmers manufacturing eggs anymore. So guess what? You have a problem with inflation and deflation. So that messes up the economy. So the higher the demand, the lower the supply, it increases our costs. So the U.S. economy always have to monitor inflation costs, and this is why they also do that cost of living increase, just to offset the GDP. I'm going to be really honest with you. Your whole system is really, really rigged. The last thing, it's two more. Fiscal policy. So that's all your lawmakers. That's taxes. That's all the monetary policies that's out there, right? All the monetary policies. So that's the tax law, that's the government funding, the budgets, everything. So the economy consists of that. And so as you know, we have a $20 trillion debt, right? $22 trillion debt. So come on now, guys. Do you know that they say that our $22 million debt exceeds our workforce, the amount of work that we are capable to produce? But see, nobody's paying attention to that. Then we have your monetary policy. So this is the one that controls the tax system, controls the moving parts. Okay, so this is the Federal Reserve. And this is all of those big government and non-government agencies. Okay, they control the money. You guys heard of Ben Bernanke and everything else. So they control it. So they control the interest rates and the floats and all of the stocks and the S&P 500 and all of that stuff, the monetary policy. And then it's the trade policy. So that is the import and export between countries. So this is the thing. So the reason why they said that blacks should have their own economy, because the economy consists of laws, and the financial market, laws, production, policy, everything. They said the blacks, we should create our own economy, but it's not possible. The reality is I have to kind of be a straight shooter, guys. Like, this is why we need more black economies. And this is why I was telling Brian I have to. Because then we would know that that's not even possible, though. How are we going to create a black economics when we can't even create our own black stock market? It's not possible. Like, whoever even said that that's even possible? We can't create our own stock market. Yeah, we can create our own stocks from your successful black business. See? So what we cannot do is create our own black economy, but we can become inclusive in the U.S. economy. So, for example, if your company gets on the Fortune 5 on the stock market, right, S&P 500, whatever the case may be, NASDAQ, right, then guess what? Then I can buy your stock. The black community can buy your stock. We can drive up the value of your company. But until we start to build businesses that are on a stock market, we have no way of really having any form of, we can't even do a black economy. Like, I've already concluded off that. It's not even possible. Another thing, we're not producing anything. We're not manufacturers. We're not farmers. We're not innovators. And if we are innovators, we are allowing somebody else to take it to market. So we don't even get the claim to fame saying that we innovated this and this is what happened. So guess what? Since we're not producing product, since we're not farmers, then guess what? We are not producing product to sell. Another thing, because all this black economy stuff, I'm about tired of it because y'all been lied to. I don't know who told you guys that's even possible. It's not possible, okay? It's not possible. It's not. Okay, trade policy. All right, come on now. How many blacks you know that have been to China? It's about 8 of us, okay? So if we're going to incorporate in having our own black economy, shouldn't we have our own trading going on? Shouldn't we be going to China? Shouldn't more of us be going to China? Shouldn't you guys go to Africa? Shouldn't you guys go to India yourself and produce your own trade agreements between those manufacturers and over there? They're businesses like you. It's not the government that's giving Walmart or producing Walmart clothes in India and Walmart clothes in Bangladesh. It's a business owner that has a manufacturing company in Bangladesh that is partnering with Walmart to produce their clothes. You can do the same thing, but until we do that, there is no black economy. I don't know how you guys got fooled, and I'm tired of even seeing it. No black economy. It's not possible. Like, yes, people are going to say, well, back in the day, we had the Black Wall Street. There's a difference between a Black Wall Street and a black economy. A black economy consists of a Black Wall Street. So, yes, we had a Black Wall Street at one point in time. But what else other layers did we need? It's not possible. Like, I really thought about this. It's not possible, guys. Okay, so that's your trade. Then the next thing, monetary policy. Come on now. Y'all don't even know the difference between interest rates and APR and compound interest. So how are we going to be even informed, well informed about the monetary policy, let alone control and create our own monetary policy. Then I think it's against the law outside of this Bitcoin stuff to create another dollar competing against the US dollar. So even if blacks say I want to create my own dollar, we would go to jail. I don't know who told you guys, like, you guys were duped. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not going to throw nobody under the bus, but I know who's been saying that stuff. They might be coming on the show pretty soon. We're going to debate on that. We're going to debate on that. This is the name I mentioned to you. We're going to debate on that because they got y'all fooled, man. It's not possible. People need to go and study economics, okay? You cannot say you're going to have a black Wall Street and that's going to be our our gateway to black economics. It's not possible. It's so many different layers to this. Fiscal policy. This is where it comes down to taxes. We are not any decision makers. We're not presenting budgets to Congress and budgets to the government agencies saying, hey, donate to this organization, contribute to this. Oh, hey, put money in this place. Until we get people in the right rooms to designate certain policies and government fiscal policy into our communities and into our areas, then guess what? We won't be able to achieve that. So how are we going to have a black economy without fiscal policy? Then fiscal policy have to become law, and Congress ain't going to prove that. Who'd have told y'all this? Like, oh my God, I didn't even know the show was going to lead to this, y'all. Like, to be honest, I did not know that I was going to be debunking the possibility of a black economy. And you know, I don't care if you guys can ridicule me all you want to. Look where we are after slavery, 400 years, and we ain't know how are we going to do that. It's not even possible. We have not even had enough lawyers and people, accountants say, come on now, y'all keep downgrading the basic industries. We need economists. Come on now. We need engineers. Come on now. Come on. Before we have to flood these industries, though, before you could think we could even do anything in terms of policy, okay? Especially monetary policy. I'm part of that monetary policy. When I go to Congress and I go to the government and when I sit there and I ask questions and I raise hell and I go to the community meetings for you guys, that's me doing my part for monetary policy. But if you guys don't watch me, don't share me, don't pay attention, then you're not doing your part for monetary policy. So if you ever think that this black economy thing was ever going to work, I just debunked it. It's not going to work. The moment that you guys don't share my stuff, the moment that you guys don't show up and be curious about the laws, the moment you're not concerned about how they calculate the interest rates, the moment you're not concerned about the land distribution and how come we don't have any farmers, or how could we get any farmers, or how could we get funding for our farmers, then you don't have a problem. Then we know when they're close. We know when they're close. Okay? And then last but not least, inflation and deflation. I'm not really concerned about that because we don't control that. The government control that. Supply and demand. We are the demand, but we're not the supply. If we started to supply our community, the demand that our community has, that's where it starts. So it starts by us becoming farmers. It starts by us becoming innovators. It starts by us understanding policy and teaching our people becoming more financially literate. It starts by us supporting our own businesses first, and then if there is any other type of business out there. So if you really want to create a black economy, it starts in the household, baby. It starts where you are. It starts by you picking up that book and reading. It starts by you sharing this video if you're watching me online. It starts by telling your friend about the lesson that you learned last week when I went live. It starts by us having those conversations, those tough money conversations, those tough legal and political conversations that we were taught to not have at the table. We were taught that, oh, you don't talk about politics and money and religion. That's the problem. They done duped you to not talk about the complex stuff that they're ruling the world with. But I digress. So, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Sorry, bro.
are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm your host Folasade. Look guys, I almost got a little lit. But guess what? We're not gonna go there. But we are gonna go here to let you guys know for us to and this is just my perspective, and I don't have my PhD in economics yet, but I've been studying economics for quite a bit of time on my own, independently, watching everything. So I think I know just a little smidget of something, enough for you guys to better understand it. That black economy thing is very far-fetching, extremely far-fetching. And so I want to go right into, and this goes right into our hot topic today. And our hot topic today is about the Revolt Summit that Puffy Sean Diddy Combs put on through his television channel, Revolt TV. So my main man, Antonio Moore of Tone Talks, basically went in. And Antonio said I should have had a clip of his video. I'm going to start putting some of your videos in there, too. He went in. He was like, man, this was just a ploy, man, so he can go ahead and get some ratings for his show, his channel, because his channel flopping. And I kind of agree, though. When I think about it, the timing is absolutely perfect. And then the way that we do conferences, whoever conference like that type of caliber every quarter? What is the agenda really? And so, instead of all of them just coming up there talking about their own opinions about things, and go ahead and play that part. 14, I don't even care what you play. They just was all sounding all crazy. Okay, you can play either the Killer Mike, I think he was 18 seconds, and the T.I. was 14:06. Don't ask me how I know.
I appreciate that because we need people like you, but I do have an agenda. My agenda is to liberate people, teach them to love each other again, revitalize my community, create a self-sustaining, financially stable ecosystem that will be present for generations to come, and You can't do that without putting the proper people in office that have similar interests and a passionate, just a passionate need to fulfill these voids, whether it's education, whether it's employment, whether it's just proper opportunities for us and access, not a seat at the table. We want the motherfucking table. You know what I'm saying?
Basically said that we need to put people in place. But see, this is the problem though. If it's not enough, it's not going to do enough damage. So for example, let's say you put me in place, I become the IRS commissioner, right? I don't want to do that though. I'll be their liaison, just to let you guys know, about 3, 4, 5 years, liaison. But I won't be interested in becoming a commissioner. So let's say I'm the commissioner. So remember, I do have someone over top of me that is my subordinate. So if this person know I'm down for the black community and my policies only seem like it benefit the black community, they're not going to approve it. So it's not just about getting one person in. It's about getting core people in. Right now, we are 14% or 15% of the U.S. economy, but we don't have 14% of any type of anywhere. We are the 0.000 of everywhere we go. For example, let's use private schools now. Some real private schools, it's like 1 or 2, 3 black token kids, right? Think about the jobs. It's like one top level black manager, one top level vice president, and that's it out of thousands and thousands and thousands of employees. So while you guys thinking that, okay, for us to do the black economy, we just need to put people in place, first of all, we got to know the laws first. We have, and forget about putting the people in place. If the end people, which is us, the bottom people, don't understand our rights and what we need to do, the people at the top will never be successful because they're not going to know what we need. So right now, instead of all of us just saying, okay, well, let's just start a business. First of all, understand that you have to be financially literate. Understand that it comes with a lot of discipline and structure and so much money and just so many different areas. Like, we have to start accepting the reality that we're in. And I think if more of us black businesses and black people understand the truth about things, then we will have more black successful businesses. We will have more successful black in every area. Prime example. Think about this. The average black family say, what are we going to be when we grow up? They got their children in what? Music classes, sports, but you rarely see them in coding classes. You rarely see them in STEM classes. You rarely see us in mathematics classes and in the chess club and in the engineering classes and all of that stuff, right? So we're doing it to ourselves. So if we really want to change the world and have a black economy or even be included in the economy, right now we're not even included. To be included in the economy, it starts right now. Pick up that book. Share my live stream. Learn more about how money works. Gaining more discipline and control over our consumerism. Prime example. My body was like, oh, Sade, you tired. Go ahead on and get something to eat from Wendy's. Nah, I didn't. I went to Target, got the stuff for the kids, and then I came into the studio. I didn't buy anything. I succumbed. I was disciplined, and I conquered. And those little wins, right, of not spending money on eating out and not buying a designer bag and not overspending is the little bit of disciplines that we all have to start within ourselves to get closer to a black economy, because it first starts by us holding on more to our money. It also starts by us loving our community more. It also starts by us supporting our community more. It also starts by understanding that regardless of who we are not who they say we are. People say black people customer service is bad. That is not the truth. God dakes. Like, come on now. Stop using what somebody's experiences was to dictate who and what your experience will be. Because that's what's happening. So to be really honest with you guys, and I didn't even really get to go deep into none of my stuff today. Not all, nothing. I think I have one more hot topic too. Oh my gosh, I'll talk about that really quick. But just to conclude, it lets me know, oh my gosh, that you guys don't even understand what an economy consists of. for you all to be walking around talking about black economy. You supposed to be walking around talking about black inclusion. Because we cannot create our own economy. If we're going to create our own economy, that's Africa. I'm sorry. If we're going to try to create our own economy, we need to go to Africa. But see, this is the thing. Africa is a continent. Where are we from in Africa? And do that country allow, are you willing to go there and try to build something and start something? If you want to build a black economy, that's kind of where it starts, guys. Because trying to take over the U.S. stuff, they're only going to try to include us just a smidget. But when we do too much, what happens? So my question to you is, are you going to do your part to bridge the gap between black entrepreneurship and black economics? Because your small business really do matter. So guys, I have one more hot topic and then I have to go. So, and this one kind of is funny. My colleague ended up talking about this early on live stream today. And I'm sitting there preparing for the show and I'm like, what? Hold on, payroll company. So my HR payroll in New York ended up fraudulently stealing over $35 million. And that's the last thing. Yep, ended up spending over $35 million in payroll. So that's the direct deposits for all of the employees for over 4,000 payroll companies. And then also that is the payroll taxes associated with this. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this today was because a lot of people and a lot of those small businesses may not be able to bounce back from this. So my advice to you guys, being as though I own a full service payroll company here in Largo, Maryland, Suncrest Payrolls, you want to make sure that that company is paying your taxes on time. And then also you want to make sure that they're not impounding your taxes. And I know that it's kind of difficult because a lot of them big companies, they utilize float to make money off of your payroll taxes. So they move the money and you collect the entrance and they make more money off the entrance than they do on payroll services. But that's another live stream. So what you want to do, just make sure that the payroll company that you are working with, they have some type of liability policy in terms of if anything was to occur, what is their process? And so if you were to go to my HR payroll site, you will see they don't have no type of solution. So the solution is to go to the FBI, report your losses, okay? And then better yet, make sure you're tracking everything so you can have a full account of what they actually owe you and your employees. So guys, I'm your girl Folasade, the accountability accountant. Guys, I had a blast tonight. Are we live tomorrow? Do we have a show next week? Yeah. We do? Am I still on? Oh, so don't forget to tune in next week on Tuesday. Don't forget, I'm all over the place. Guys, I will see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.